Hey, what's going on, friends and family? A little bit different type of video. Gonna be this one. We are actually in the middle of a little trip. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We are about 2 hours in to our 4-hour journey. Right? How much longer do we have? We're getting close.
2 hours and 12 minutes.
We have 2 hours and 12 minutes left. Me, Stacy's behind the wheel as usual. We got the kiddos back there, as well as Petra Dog. We couldn't come without her, that's for sure.
Hey, can I tell them one thing I brought?
Sure.
My NES that I got for Christmas.
Yes, you did. So I don't know exactly what all we're going to get into. This is kind of a spur-of-the-moment trip. It's actually entirely spur-of-the-moment. We did not know we were coming out until last night, less than 12 hours ago. So pretty cool, pretty exciting. I know we're headed to around Bandera, Texas, and we're going to go climb the Enchanted Rock. That's going to be pretty cool. We're going to do some fishing. We're going to do all kinds of stuff. It's going to be an absolute blast.
We're going to be in a lake house, and I really want to try and climb that mountain, not on the trail. Just
go right up the side of it. We'll see what happens, man.
We're going to be like on the other side of the mountain. We're going to hear some rocks falling. It's not
Kane's just tumbling down it like Chris Farley in Almost Heroes.
Yeah.
Anybody seen that movie? I know a lot of people, like if you're here just to watch the dumpster diving videos, this one may not be for you. This is going to be just, you know, documenting our trip, what we do and all that good stuff. So if you're cool with watching that, I hope you enjoy.
Whenever I'm tumbling down the mountain, it'll be a canolanche.
All right, you guys, it says we are 8 minutes from our destination. We got the video here trying to go live, but not great service out here. As you can see, it keeps cutting in and out. I'm trying to show you guys live, but it's not wanting to work.
To our destination. Okay.
How do we get in?
So we're gonna wait here, and Mom is gonna go around.
I can't even walk.
We're all gonna take a tour.
Oh boy.
Back
Okay.
here.
Pat, come on.
I'm coming back here so I can pee.
That's great. Anyways, go ahead, Kane. Right in the bushes. All right. We're here. The instructions to come to the bag. Oh, I got it. Finally. All right. Now we're in. Ooh, nice. Nice place. So yeah, we have made it. Looks like here's a room here.
I call
Here's a big old room here.
I call bunk bed.
And here's the bathroom. Nice house. Ouch.
This is awesome. This goes down to the
Oh boy. I'd hate to be here whenever it iced over. This is cool. Is there water in it?
Come on, Dad. Hurry up.
Oh, whoa, the lake is down. Holy crap. I mean, it said it was low.
Yeah, I know they said it was low, but...
Dude, I wonder how many, like, artifacts are here. I love it.
I was just laughing because I said I brought fishing poles, but there ain't a bit of water. It's a dry lake
We
there.
have a beach right here.
Beaches have water, and I haven't seen any water yet. I think they moved the lake on us.
False advertising, we want a refund.
Now we're going back up as well. You have your phone, Stacey?
No.
Huh.
It showed this to be a lake.
I mean, you can tell it was a lake at one time. I don't know. Hey, that's going back up to like people's property.
This is?
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
up there.
We are where the lake would be.
Maybe
the
it's
lake.
up here, Daddy.
No, the lake's not going to get to them. There's other houses up there you can see the lights. Wow.
Wow.
Alright, we'll just have to check it out during the day tomorrow. Let's go ahead and head back and go get unpacked.
Deal. I want to show everybody what I
Now,
bought.
Petra.
I mean, the ad said the lake was low, but I was like expecting it to
Dude,
still
it's
be
kind
low.
of wet up here. I even just went,
Oh yeah?
yeah, kind of wet.
Dang.
I think it just dried up.
Holy moly.
I think it literally just
We're
dried
in the
up.
lake.
I don't need them fishing poles anymore, do I?
I mean, you can catch lots of. I mean, look. Hey,
This
Adam.
is so much like a beach.
There's a sign of life from the lake.
What is that?
A mussel.
Oh, no kidding. Is he alive? Pretty nice place. Actually. Pretty nice. I don't know. So instead of eating out a bunch, we came to do some grocery shopping. What you getting?
I don't know. Should we grab everything?
Thanks, Kane. I don't think so.
Okay.
I say we just get some breakfast stuff since we don't know if we're gonna keep staying there or not. And then we'll go from there.
Bacon.
Bacon for sure. All right, the first dumpster of the trip.
First dumpster.
This is the first. Let's go see. Well, I don't know.
Oh, crap.
Bunch of trash for sure.
A whole bunch.
This bag here is questionably heavy. There's something in here. I can't tell what that is though. It actually feels like bologna, and then there's a jar of something. Tell you what, shove that pile over this way. Seeing anything? Nothing? Okay. Well, we're here for.
See a lemon.
Grab that lemon, dude. All right. Well, we're here for several more days, so. And that's not going to be the only one we check either. We'll find some cool stuff to take home. Day 2 of our little journey, right? What you doing over there?
Oh, I'm playing Minecraft.
Minecraft, huh? So we haven't done a whole lot today, to be honest.
No.
We were pretty tired from our trip. What you doing, Aaron?
Playing Mario on my NES.
Only Aaron would actually pack a retro Nintendo and bring it on his little vacation. Look at this. Yeah, sure.
No!
Let's see what you got, dude.
No! Wrong one. Whoops.
Wow. All right, we'll give you one more chance.
Hey, I got a 1-up, so that's helpful.
This is one of your worst levels, though.
Yeah.
Looks like you've gotten quite a bit better at it, though. Nice, nice. Some very technical movements there. Keep going, keep going.
Well, isn't that music copyrighted?
Is it?
Is it?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Nicely done, brother.
Yay.
Good job.
I'm going on.
All right, so if you remember, as you saw earlier in the video, we rented a lake house, but there is no lake. But let's walk down there real quick and go show you guys what it looks like. You want to walk with me, Kane? I'm gonna take her out. You can just go ahead and finish getting ready. I'm gonna go record down here just a little bit. Out the back door we go. Have this nice little balcony type area here.
We have a nice little hole.
We'll just do that. Keep Petra occupied. Pretty nice though. Not too bad.
Nice.
All right, so taking off now. We got the little walkway. It's actually really nice, guys. Not too shabby. What you think, Kane?
Last time we showed you, it was very
Let's watch Kane walk down this steep hill without his shoes tied. Hey, stop. Why are your shoes not tied? You need to stop and tie your shoes right now. At the very least, stuff them in your shoes.
I don't know.
All right, so walking the nice little path down here to what is supposed to be our little slice of the lake. It's pretty nice. They've got these solar lights here that are they come on at night. Nice little fire pit area. I don't know if we'll use that or not. Hopefully. Should be pretty cold one of the next couple of nights, so we'll probably throw that to use. But here is our lake. It's supposed to start right here, I imagine, just judging because the old boat dock over there. And then you can tell a lot of the other people have moved their boat docks further out. But this is what we got. This is it. A little bit disappointing, honestly, because the pictures show the lake all nice and full. And on the ad, it did say low lake level, but I mean, there's a difference between low and empty. Me and Stacy walked for about a mile that way and still never found water. So, kind of a bummer, but we're going to make the best of it.
Me and tying shoes. It's like that one episode of SpongeBob where he forgets how to tie his shoe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I have showed you like 37 times, so. I mean, it's kind of cool. You get like a nice big area. It does have its benefits, right? Like there's cool things about a dried lake that are a little bit better than one full of water. We won't be doing any swimming or fishing or anything like that, but there are some pretty cool things that we can take a look at. We'll be exploring it over the next couple of days. We are now headed out during the day so we can actually see some things around here. What do you think so far?
I love it.
You
It's
do?
nice. Oh yeah.
So
It's my type of area.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Park Road 37.
So the no lake thing's not a deal breaker for you?
No, not at all, because there's plenty of ground to walk.
That's true. Boys, how are y'all doing so far?
Awesome. Awesome.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry.
Anyways, I love that I can play Mario here.
Turn right onto Park Road 37.
Fun.
That's his highlight. Sun's starting to come out today just a little bit. Anyway, we're going to be getting to see a lot of stuff during the day, which is really cool. Currently, we are headed to some caverns, some caves. I don't know, what are they called?
Cascade?
Continue on
Cascade
Park Road
Caverns.
37
Let's
for
hope
9
that we
miles.
can record in there.
Oh, we're recording, bud. We're recording. So, we're on the way there. It's going to take about 52 minutes to get there, but that'll give us a chance to look around and enjoy all the beautiful scenery that we do not get to see, ever. Used to race this strip back in high school. On green, I'm going for it. There, we are a few miles away. What's our ETA, actually?
Turn right onto Cascade
6
Caverns
minutes.
Road.
6 minutes. Cascade Caverns, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited to see it. Hopefully they're open. I know a lot of stuff down here is shut down, so we'll just have to see.
So, because it's above ground already, you guys can also feel free to touch it. Get it out of your system a little bit, maybe, if you get down inside the cave.
How many stairs are we gonna go down?
100.
A lot.
Whoa.
Holy moly, that's far down.
That's where we're going, bud.
Oh gosh, I'm scared of heights. Please save me. Oh no, don't look down. Don't look down.
Their names change every time I introduce
Oh
them.
my god.
Oh my gosh.
A lot. So we're down a lot of stairs.
Dude, this is so pretty. Look at this.
Dude, wow. We're going into Deep into the deep. Holy!
Yeah, that's kind of holy, huh?
I'm not even gonna look down there. Oh my gosh!
Whoa! What you're looking at right here is what we call the deep in the deep. And this is a 65-foot deep hole in the ground. This is how the cave was originally discovered. It's also how we're going to get inside today. We're going to go ahead and hop this fence.
We're gonna go ahead.
Fence hopping today. Back in the day, that really was how you used to get in. And I'll get into that in just a sec a little bit more. But this is originally how the cave was discovered. Back in the day, Mr. Alfred Gray, the original owner of the property, was a dairy farmer, and he lost track of one of his cattle. Bet you'd never guess where. So, when he went down to collect the cow's remains, he discovered the cave system and got in touch with a fellow named Frank Nicholson, who mapped out Carlsbad and Longhorn Caverns as well as ours. Together they started the business, and back in the day you would get into the cave by getting lowered down into this hole via a bucket tied to a rope attached to Mr. Alfred Gray's pickup truck. Uh-huh. It was certainly something, I'm sure. I'm kind of glad that I never got to see that myself. But yeah,
Wow.
it's a sort of rudimentary elevator.
This is awesome. That's very safe.
Dang.
Wow. They just crawled in that and just tucked themselves and put on the lid. Just went down.
That's it.
What? Stuffed themselves and tucked That's funny.
So, I appreciate we are currently staying in an area we call the Sunken Garden, and we call it that because of all the crazy plant life that gets washed into this area whenever it floods. And also because when it does flood, this whole place gets completely submerged in water. So the last time it was totally filled up was the flood of '02, but more recently on August 1st of this year, we did have another really bad flood that filled it up about halfway. So just to give you guys a more tangible idea of that, I'd like you to picture me standing right here, about chest to neck deep in water. Indeed. So, that being said, all that water has also kind of damaged our staircase, so please be careful coming down. These two are especially slanted.
Go slow, guys.
Okay. Whoa, that's nice and hot.
Don't touch anything, remember.
So, you guys may have noticed a slight drop in temperature as we were on our way down here. That's pretty normal. It's about 60 to 65 degrees inside this cave year round, varying humidity. That's also the temperature that the bats inside the cave prefer, so that's why they kind of like to live here all the time. And there's kind of a fair warning also. I don't know for sure, but we may see some bats hanging out on the ceiling just up ahead. They're really small and easy to miss, and they may look cute and cuddly, but we really don't want to cuddle with them. So guys, watch your heads as they're coming down. Try not to bump into any of them. That kind of goes for throughout the cave, especially in areas with low ceilings as well. But it should be no big deal as long as we don't bother them. They won't bother us. And also, while it's unlikely because they are, I believe, hibernating or about to hibernate for winter, there is a small chance that one or two of them may fly by us while we're down inside the cave. If that happens, it's no big deal. Just as a general rule of thumb, hold still and mind your business. Treat them like these. Don't flail around. Don't slap at them. You know. I completely lost my train of thought. All right. So, that being said, guys, let's go ahead and head down.
A little slippery, Stace. Be careful. Careful, bud.
So, there's a nice quick view of above, the last one you're going to get. The last look you're going to get is before we head in. Now guys, speaking of bats, I may also need you guys' help spotting some. Try to keep your lights off them still, but point out any you see to me, feel free. Because I need to introduce us to them while we're on our way out of here. And I have...
Be careful, it's slippery.
Picked up on it. I've been here for a couple of days, so I do not know where any of them are anymore.
Wow.
Watch your head and watch your step.
It's just water dripping. It's so cool.
So everybody,
This is so
what we're looking
cool.
at right here is this little pond we call Mirror Lake. And we call it that because if you shine your flashlight on the back wall of the cave, you get a really clear reflection on the water below. And what's super cool about this little pond is that it connects with the great big system that keeps our aquifers full. So I don't know if you guys know this already, but this cave that we're in right now connects directly to the Trinity Aquifer. And to give you an idea of the journey that the water goes on to get to it, it also is up on the surface where water rains down and hits the ground. And that water that hits the ground filters down through the rock for about 7 years' time before it reaches this point.
Wow.
So the 10-minute walk that we took to get down here takes about 7 years for the water. From here, it's going to drip down into this pond, fill up, and filter even further down into a lower cave system we have. That's the one that connects to the Trinity Aquifer, which is where it's all going.
I see a model or something.
There's a lot of somethings in there.
Whoa,
I'm
what's
pretty
that?
sure that there's a whole bunch of change in here, actually, because people for some reason think that this is a wishing well. I will let you know right now, it's not a wishing well. Please don't throw rocks in it.
Things. I see points.
Yep. Once I pointed out, you can cave. This is actually a fossilized coral reef that you guys can feel free to take a look at.
Whoa.
I stopped and talked about it for a second. So I'm sure you're probably all curious to know how exactly a coral reef ends up inside of a cave. And it all goes back to about 128 million years ago when Texas was still underneath the Gulf of Mexico. During that time, seismic activity in the Balcones fault line created an opening that allowed water to rush through and gradually carve this place out over the years. And up above our heads is the Balcones fault line that you guys can look at for yourselves. So we're going to follow this fault line all the way to the end of the tour, and anywhere you guys look up and see that high, narrow ceiling, you are looking at the fault line.
Wow.
Wow.
That is so cool.
I hope we see some bats. Oh, look,
Man.
it's like a little river.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's so cool.
Hey guys, did you see this? Come here. Little bitty stalactites. Don't touch nothing.
Yeah, they're real little, like I said.
Look, there's that. Where?
Like I said,
See that
guys,
little tiny thing?
try to keep the bright
Don't shine the
lights
lights out, guys.
off them.
Yeah, see?
Okay, put your light down.
If they start to wiggle around, that's definitely an indication that you're bothering them. You probably wouldn't like it either if someone shined their bright lights in your face when you were trying to sleep.
That water just dripped on my head.
Water's gonna drip on your head. That is A-okay, that's part of the experience. So, also part of on the outside is a 6-foot deep wall of travertine limestone on the inside that blocks off a reservoir of water that slowly drips down from the ceiling. So the water that drips down from the ceiling is about 95% pure, with just the last 5% being mostly iron and minerals.
Wow.
And so it's some of the cleanest water you can ever find, and that's because of that 7-year filtration period.
That's
It's
so
also depositing mineral calcite, which is all of this white, yellow, and orange squishy looking stuff you see building up on the walls. And it may look squishy, but it's pretty solid. And yeah, and the ramen noodle-y kind of shape that it's forming in is what we call flowstone. So You guys, I completely lost my train of thought again, would you believe it? Oh man. I feel so out of practice.
So cookies, we like that.
How neat is that? Hey, try to avoid the giant puddles.
All right, so we have reached the end of the tour. We're gonna go ahead and turn around, head back. I'm kidding, of course, but anywhere past this point used to be completely flooded. This really is where the tour used to end at one point, because they couldn't go past. Thanks to that guy, Frank Nicholson, that I mentioned earlier, though, we get to walk through here. Relatively dry today, and I will get into that a little more.
Wow.
I see a tadpole. I see a tadpole.
Wait, there's lots of tadpoles in there.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we
I see
really
them.
are.
I love frogs.
Oh,
That's
that's
my
cool.
favorite animal.
There's going to be some actual frogs in here too, maybe.
Don't shine your lights at them.
Watch your head.
Oh, hello.
But yeah, we're going to look for salamanders on the way out. You'll probably see more tadpoles then. So, this room
Oh
we're
my
in right now
gosh.
is what I'm going to talk about next. We are currently standing in the raining room. And we may have started to figure out why a little bit as well. So, we call it that because the trees don't touch the walls or the water. Thank you very much. You're not in trouble, just don't move it. So, we call it that because of these formations up here that are called soda straws. Now these are created when water drips down through an opening in the ceiling and deposits calcite around the edge of the opening. The calcite is going to build up around the edge, and because the water keeps flowing through the center, it stays completely hollow, just like a straw you drink your soda out of. And if water drips down on top of your head, it's supposed to be good luck for 8 years. You guys can feel free to collect that good fortune. Nice. You're probably going to get a whole lot more up ahead in the crouching section. What's happening is that one of the soda straws is dripping water down onto this thing and building up calcite. And the reason that it stands out from the rest is mostly because the rest of the cave is super muddy from the August 1st flood. You're going to kind of notice that as we come through. There's like a thick layer of mud that's just covering everything. All right, now if you guys are ready to head into the crouching section, let's go ahead and move on to it.
Who's gonna be first to hit their head? So cool.
This is 30 feet long, by the way.
300?
It's not too bad.
This is the coolest thing ever, man.
Oh, look over here.
Go.
Oh, you saw that now?
For a moment, yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Touching the cave.
But this is the one rock you can touch if you want
That is
to.
the one singular rock we're allowed to touch, yes.
Oh, it feels so cool.
We're headed away.
I want to touch it.
Good dog. Oh, look
It's so cool, man.
Wow.
A little pool of water.
Oh,
It's a big pool of water.
that's awesome. Whoa.
Did you see how deep the water is in there? Look, check it out.
Oh yeah, neat. Ooh, that was cool.
Is everybody together?
Yeah.
Cool. Sometimes it's hard to see everything, so. Watch your hands over here.
Okay, hold your flashlight down, bud.
Look at the ground.
Don't be shining it everywhere.
Whoa. Look at those big guys.
Oh, whoa. Look like bunnies. Watch your head.
This is also our most haunted room in the cavern, which is to say that if you've got 5G cell service, you can maybe get signal in here. I've never had it happen in one of my groups, but I keep waiting.
Wow.
Watch your step while we're on our way down. You guys can take either the stairs or the ramps, but just follow the lines, so please be careful.
We're going down further.
There's a waterfall.
Oh my.
Watch the step coming down this pathway. See the
Okay. We got
What?
some treacherous footing up. Be careful. That'd be cool, huh? Just go slow, bub.
So guys, we are in this wheel is called the cathedral wheel. It's called that because we used to seven to cross the Balcona spot line running down the middle back in the day. And so I started making a couple of sushi over here designs right here and right here.
So we're around 130 feet deep right now in this cavern. And we'll be coming up on a waterfall in just a moment. Wow. Real life Minecraft, huh?
Yeah. Can we do the Minecraft for this?
We'll see, we'll see.
This is about as big as they get. This is the adult-sized bat that we're seeing here right now. And
Give me some on there if you can.
they are a vulnerable species. Our salamanders are too. So they are not quite endangered yet, but they are at risk, and they are an endangered species in Canada. And this right here is a pretty good summary of how they spend their time.
You good? How was coming up?
Breathing. Not really nonsense.
Is normally fairly dry though year round. Doesn't normally get that crazy when it does flood. But naturally the river runs.
What'd y'all think?
Awesome. Yes, I loved it. It's going inside of it. We're trying to. By the way, your battery's only at 7%.
Mine is?
Yes.
Okay, turn it off, turn it off. Alright, so we just finished the cave tour and we're up here. They have this really cool little cool mining area set up for the kids where they put what do you call it? Polished rocks, right?
Yeah.
They kind of store polished rocks all in there and then the kids get to sift, and it's really a cool deal. It's like $10 for them to fill up this little peanut butter sized jar. It's really cool. Yeah, Kane found tiger eye. You want to come show us the paper of what all you can find? Yeah, do that. Filming on my phone because the GoPro had to go in the charger. Yeah.
This is the front. This is the back.
Bunch of different stuff you can find, huh?
I see it. I'll look at it. That's good. So you can find some agates. Snowflake,
I've already found Snowflake.
You found Snowflake. Snowflake's cool.
Amethyst, jaspers, howlite, rose quartz, aventurine, crystal quartz, chirtella, and goldstone.
Nice. Hey, what was your favorite part about the cave?
I liked the can't think, the waterfall, the end of it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Not the very end, but the middle. We'll say it's like the middle because you have to walk back through.
I liked those barrel things where the water was coming down through the ceiling and just carving it out as it did.
That
Really
was pretty cool, yeah.
I think I found something that's not on the list but sparkles.
What
It
you got?
sparkles.
One of the cool things, I don't know if you guys heard her or not, but she was saying that the groundwater takes 7 years to flow down to the point that we were, and then it filters into the aquifer, which is really cool. So if you were to take a cup of water and pour it on the ground, I mean, it's going to evaporate, but if there was a large enough amount where it did seep through, it would take 7 years to get to the aquifer. Really cool. Let's see it. Let's see it, buddy.
I don't know.
It sparkles.
Nice, dude.
Even your hands are shining. Hey, dude, bring me the shovel.
Got the big kids sitting down there playing in the dirt now.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, found one. And now it's just dirt.
You picking out of his hole now, Stacy? Good.
Dude, this was
grief.
my hole. He started picking it in. You know how it goes. Give me a shovel, someone.
Where's the other shovel at?
No.
I made these souvenirs.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Squished penny, huh?
Yes, Cascade Caverns.
Cascade Caverns, and he made a squished penny of old Rex over there.
I made one of all of them.
Hold him still.
Hold on, let's see. Rex.
That's cool.
The cave was awesome and I want to go back in.
I hope the footage turns out okay. It's pretty dark in there in a lot of places, but if I'd have known it was going to be like that, I would have brought a different light.
Ready? Let's get the scraper. Look. Get the scraper.
Alright guys, we are done with the cave tour. It was amazing in there. I hope we got some good video, but I'm not sure how it's going to turn out because it was pretty dark in there. But I did my best. So hopefully I got enough usable footage where you can get an idea of just how awesome it was. What was your favorite part?
In a quarter mile, continue straight onto Scenic
waterfall?
Loop Road.
I love the waterfall, and I loved how cool it was down there in that cave.
You guys couldn't tell. Actually, the camera might have fogged up if I was recording. No, I don't think I was. There was like an easy 20 degrees difference between surface and down there. It was really cool. It was awesome. My favorite part about it was the petrified tree.
Continue straight onto Scenic Loop Road.
The petrified tree that she said it was carbon dated, but I don't remember how old it was. You? No? What was your favorite part about it, sir?
Tadpoles.
Yeah, Kane got to see some cave tadpoles, which is really cool. How about you, Aaron?
The bats are the waterfall.
Really? Then after we got done with the cave tour, we did the little mining for rocks thing. That was really cool. And Stacy really got into it.
Of course.
And then once I saw how much fun she was having, I got down there and started digging. And we were able to get all these really cool little rocks.
And Daddy.
Pretty awesome.
Daddy
Yeah.
got something awesome for me.
What'd you get?
Amethyst.
Got you an amethyst crystal?
Hey, while they were digging, I was climbing up trees and making souvenirs.
Making souvenirs?
Yeah, because you have to make them.
Oh, your pennies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
The souvenir penny thingies. They're in my wallet in here.
So now, it is actually not Christmas Eve. It is
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, and we don't really want to be on the road any longer. What is it now? About 5 o'clock?
Yeah, and there's people obviously driving like idiots because that person passing and no passing. The speed limit's 40.
And let me tell you.
So we're gonna go ahead and try and get home. We're gonna stay in for the night. We're gonna stuff our faces. We might walk down and try to find some water.
Yes.
That's gonna be pretty fun. And there were some cool things to take a look at along that way too. So that's gonna be next on the agenda. Food. Ooh, we should do like a little fire tonight too.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry when we have to leave.
They said we have to leave.
I love this place.
Let's move down here.
Daddy.
We're close enough to the city where we can get to some dumpsters. We're good to go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is officially a new year.
2021.
Woo!
It's 2022, not 2021.
Hey, you're going back a year.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that's okay. I'll take a year younger. Who the heck wants to get older?
Yay! 30 more days till my birthday.
Nuh-uh. Yeah, no, that's why we did this trip for your birthday.
Nice.
Yeah. Are you excited? 3 more days till your birthday. That's not right.
I said 30.
Oh, okay.
You don't even know when his birthday is. Sit down.
I do too.
I will be 9.
You will?
9 going on 19.
All right, so we're getting woke up this morning. Stacy's in the kitchen doing breakfast things. And here in just a little bit, we're going to go do some arrowhead digging. Right?
Yes.
It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. Watching the good shows here. This is, what is this? The Wild Thornberries. One of my favorites as a kid. Hopefully we can go dig up some rocks. What'd you do, bud?
I made the same big oopsie as Daddy. I forgot to bring a shirt.
You forgot to bring any shirts. I didn't bring a single one either. I had to go to the dollar store.
No DNS test needed.
No DNA test needed, no. You are my child. Sorry about your luck. What do you think, Betty? What do you think, huh? Having fun?
Am I?
Let's go sneak up on Stacy. Boom! What you doing?
Hi, my hair.
She getting all pretty over
Not
there.
really. I'm just trying my hair. Some fun there?
Are you ready?
Oh my, yeah, I gotta put my shoes on.
We need to go like right now, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait any longer. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I was just waiting on you.
Let's do it, man.
Get my shoes. Owners Associate. Oh my golly.
Whoa, dude. Oh my god.
Mustang Crossing
Oh, here we go.
Property Owners Association. Private part.
Dang, man.
This is awesome. No, we still have a little ways. Could you imagine the stuff out there?
That is really
It is, isn't it? Private property, no trespassing. Well, I'm gonna go knock on their door.
cool. Man, we know Bob over there on Avenue B. He told us we'd come out here. We're his guests.
Oh, this is amazing. Here you go.
A little creek. Some beautiful flowing water though, isn't it? It's awesome. All right, so we are about 30 minutes from our destination and it's all back roads. So we get to see this kind of stuff right here the whole way. Super cool. Let's do some time warping. We made it.
I'm so excited.
I know, like
We're gonna have arrowheads all to ourselves.
Oh, I guess I can turn this off now, huh? Turn that
Okay,
off.
guys. So if y'all would go straight up on the berm here, and
Okay.
when it opens up into a little area, just park right there.
Okay.
There's some kiddos running around, they're friendly and stuff.
Okay.
I'll meet y'all over there in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my mule started.
All right, great. Thank
Yay,
you.
I have kids to play with.
oh my gosh, man. This
So
is
he's gonna
great.
get his mule started?
Yeah, sometimes when you ride your mule for the first time, you gotta feed them, water them, all that, get them ready for the day. Make
Wait
sure
a
their
minute, so
shoes
he's talking
are
about he's gonna
tied.
dig?
I don't know.
Okay, so pull it here.
Oh,
Huh?
also, it's not an actual mule. It's like a Kawasaki mule.
Oh, okay. So
You thought this dude was about to come right around the corner on their whole mule, huh? I'd say just stop right here. He's probably gonna come out through here.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. So these two came out of the same hole. This is going to be the same hole that we're digging in, okay? And so these are rare. These are rare to find. Everything that's coming out of this hole is pretty amazing. It's got this honey material here, and then a lot of also what we'd like to call root beer chert, okay? This root beer chert right here, this is not exclusive, but it is unique to Central Texas. This material here, pretty much, if you see this material, you can know that it came out of Central Texas. This is one of the reasons that they were here for so long.
Could I find one of those rare ones?
Oh yeah, you have a real good
You
chance.
might, buddy.
We're going to the same exact spot where all of this stuff came out. We're not going to be doing anything different. We're going to be doing the same stuff,
I've
okay?
never found an arrowhead before.
Well, you've got a good chance today, buddy.
Me?
It's like fishing, guys, okay? So there's a good chance that we'll catch something because we're going to the honey hole, but you know fishing, sometimes it doesn't work out. But I can promise y'all something, y'all are going home with a bunch of artifacts today, okay?
Hey, whenever you said fishing, I thought fishing pole, line, and then a sifter at the end.
Piece right here, that actually went on the end of an arrow shaft, okay? The bow and arrow as a technology has only been in North America for about 1,600 years, okay? That's not very long ago when we consider that, for example, this point right here is probably about 5,000 to 6,000 years old, okay? So relatively, the bow and arrow just came around yesterday. So everything before the bow and arrow was all atlatl, okay? All of these big points, all of these big, pretty points, they wouldn't have fit on the end of, or they would have fit, but they wouldn't have flown well on the ends of arrow shafts. That's just too big. These are too big. What they went on is the ends of atlatl shafts, okay? Let me show you how atlatl works with another terrible demonstration. Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, so the atlatl, it's kind of interesting that these two systems arose independently, but they did the same thing in Aboriginal Australia. They came up with this atlatl tool. Okay, and again, this is very, very crude. One of these days I'm going to get an actual atlatl. The atlatl itself is a stick with a hook on the end of it, essentially, okay? The atlatl dart is a dart like this, kind of like an arrow shaft, oversized arrow shaft. And then on the end of it goes those big points that we were looking at, okay? So picture this with one of those huge points on the end of it. And so our guy who wants to feed his family is walking around looking for prey, for large game. White-tailed deer, buffalo, bison, all that kind of good stuff. And so he's walking around the forest like this, and he spots a white-tailed deer right there. What he does is he comes like this, and he comes back, and he just throws it like a baseball pitcher right about here. He lets go. That hook grabs that dart, and he comes over the top, and that hook, and that with a little practice, you can get really good at becoming accurate with throwing that dart.
And a ton of leverage.
Ton of power, ton of weight behind it, far more weight than a bow and arrow and all that kind of stuff. I've seen a primitive hunter on YouTube. He threw one straight through a bison. He stalked the bison. Bison was about 20 yards in front of him, and it was snow on the ground. The bison didn't notice him, and he just let it go like that. And the bison was sitting there kind of grazing, and it went through straight through the bison, and after about 4 or 5 seconds, it just keeled over.
Dang.
So, I mean,
was it with a primitive?
With a primitive atlatl
And
system.
and the point too?
And the point.
No kidding.
Yeah, this guy, he naps the points, you know,
That's
builds
cool.
it, uses all the old stuff, all the
Yeah.
old ways that they built it. So he tries to do it as
That's
primitively
amazing.
as possible. It is amazing. Okay. So into each other, and they pushed up basically all these hills and cliffs that you see around here. That is a result of those two plates colliding and pushing up all this limestone. Now what's interesting and unique about this formation is that through it runs all kinds of springs, creeks, all the water you could possibly need, and out of that limestone erodes all of this perfect quality chert that they need to make their arrowheads. There's also a ton of game around here, white-tailed deer, all that good stuff, so they can basically sit here, have all the game they need, all the chert they need, all the water they need, and they're pretty content in this area. Now this timeline right here, this is just to give you just kind of an idea. Right here's the bow and arrow. This is about where this tiny point is on the timeline. This tiny point, which is called a perdiz, was made right around this time right here. Here's today. For a reference, here is when Jesus Christ was born. Right here, shortly after that was when the bow and arrow came. And so most of the stuff that we're finding in this hole out here is early triangular and Lahita. That makes it early archaic, which is about 8,000 years ago. Okay, that's a long time.
Cool.
Try to wrap your head around that one.
That's
I cannot
awesome.
personally. So we can surmise that, especially with a point like this, which is an Angostura, which is a transitional paleo point, early triangular, and some others that we found out there that they were here. Here's another Angostura. That they were here early. They were established, and they were here for a long, long time. So we're gonna start off with these two, okay?
Cool.
All right. So I don't know which one of y'all prefer. Let me try to find something a little bit more similar, so we don't have any preferences. These
That's
are basically, we're
amazing.
looking for pre-form. Yeah. And I want you to, what I do is whenever, okay, these are similar. Okay, so whenever I am hunting, I like to keep an artifact in my pocket. And when it's in my pocket and I'm not really thinking about anything, I'll put my pocket and my hand in there and I'll just kind of rub it. And I feel the ancient Indian that made it, and I feel like he gives me a look. So, okay. Here, y'all take it.
Wait, what?
Here, y'all take
What?
this home, man. Oh, that's just the beginning, guys. Here you go.
Thank you.
This stuff comes out out of the ground. It's insane.
It feels so nice and smooth.
It is, buddy.
I like rubbing it.
Yeah, me too.
Just wait.
Did any tribes ever mark their arrowheads? No.
Mr. Rock.
Found
Yeah.
shirt already.
So this place is apparently loaded with artifacts, and hopefully we're going to get into some today.
That guy gave me one.
Kane's the bucket guy. Our guide was just telling us that when he put this road in, he started finding all kinds of stuff, and that was his indicator that he was sitting on prime Indian territory. So we're headed out to the dig site now, and I guess we'll show you what that looks like when we get there.
Wait, Daddy.
Are you excited?
Whoa, I found a piece of shirt. That's what I
Nice.
said it is.
Cool, buddy.
Cool.
More to come, I
There's
promise.
Yellow on the outside.
Yeah. Oh, I guess this is it, huh?
That's so cool.
More ancient charcoal. Okay. And we just kind of go through here. We're in no rush. There's no time limit. And we just keep going through it, and then look, more chirp.
Thank you.
You bet. And so you just kind of keep repeating that process over and over. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna fool you. I get fooled constantly by leaves, by rocks that kind of look or break like chert but actually aren't chert. So expect
Not shirt.
expect to find a lot of just a rocks. Okay, this is just a rock.
What?
Just a rock.
I think I found old charcoal. Is this old charcoal?
It is. Okay, so, and then we're gonna repeat that process. What we would like to do, ideally, is, I don't know where my scooper went. I have a red scooper.
I have a shovel. Will that work?
We wanna clear this dirt, and so we're gonna clear it.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what.
We're here. We've been digging for how long? It's 2:30 now. We got here. I don't know. We've moved a lot of dirt. We found a little bit. Show us your find, Aaron.
Right here.
Pull it out.
Okay. He helps me find it.
It's teamwork.
Beautiful,
man.
buddy.
And when they come out, when I'm working for you, that means they're meant for you.
It's exciting, huh?
Great spirits. You do the thing, man. This is gonna smell like.
Do a little break to go get some lunch because we were all very starving. We ran about 8 miles away to go grab some Taco Bell. We were only gone for what, like 15 minutes?
About 30.
Was it really? Oh, okay.
I wonder if that guy's still here.
I feel like we were back pretty quick. Anyway, this guy found his first projectile point, which is really cool. And we've all been, me and Stacey have been working hard all day, so hopefully we can find this one too before that big ball of light in the sky goes down.
Hey, he has
We're gonna give it a shot.
He has a big light that I could plug up for y'all.
Yeah, maybe we'll just camp out here, huh?
Yeah.
What? No!
Hey!
Beauty.
Look at that guy. Holy
Yes.
moly.
Here, Mom, I got 5.
Thank you, Aaron. I'll give you 5 for
No,
it.
it's mine. Mama, here, take it. It's a good deal.
Oh,
I was like, I'm finding so much flint.
Oh
deeper
my
here.
gosh.
So I'm gonna go
Let's
a
wash it
little
off.
deeper.
Where's some water at?
I don't know.
Let's wash it off. Come on.
Don't get my. What?
Let's wash it off. Oh, let Mama do it. Here, you pour the water for it.
Oh my god.
Good night.
Isn't it nice?
Here, I got.
Here you go.
Here, we can use my water.
I don't know whose this one is.
That's Kane's.
Is it?
Oh my gosh. Give me some more in there.
Oh yes. Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
That's a beautiful.
Oh, because I was thinking I'm not digging deep enough.
Dude, yes. Congratulations, man. Yes. Oh, that is
I
fantastic.
wonder where the guy is. Wait, where
Oh, that is wonderful. Oh my gosh.
Look at the ears on that one.
Oh, just a flake.
Oh man, you never know.
Never know,
Dang, it
man.
looked like an arrowhead. You can keep that.
Alright guys, we're done at the hole. Made some progress. I'm going to record the hole just so I can see how much I took out, because I dug all the way up to this tree. It's pretty fun. First time we've ever really got to do this, and we had a blast. Oh my gosh, let me see that thing again. Oh my god, it's so pretty,
I
dude.
know. We're leaving. But not empty-handed.
You look so devastated.
Why? You didn't find anything, did
Who,
you?
me?
Yeah, did you dig anything? I guess you got some broken.
I got a broken one.
Nothing wrong
He
with
got a
that.
broken one. Kane, you can have my broken one if that makes you feel better.
You got a broken arrow.
And then Stacy.
Got a whole beauty.
Oh my god.
You got an arrowhead, Dad?
Who, me? Mine's broken, but yeah.
Really?
Got a big one.
Show me it.
Dude, yours is so nice.
Show me it. Show me yours.
It's in my pocket. We'll show it back when we get to the truck, I guess. Man, place rocks, huh?
That thing is awesome.
We'll definitely be back.
Daddy?
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I want to take my arrowhead to one of those people that restore them.
That'd be cool. you grab the camera?
Right here.
Oh.
Recording.
Oh. Are you? We're worn out, you guys. We just came back from our dig where we dug for like 7 hours straight, and we're tired. Are you tired?
Hello?
Are you tired? How fun was it though, man?
Really
Tell me
fun.
about it.
Well, I'm gonna try to make an arrowhead.
Are you?
Yeah, with my screwdrivers.
It'd be awesome.
I was going to go get
How
them.
about you, Betty? Did you have fun? Most fun I've ever had digging, for sure. And Stacy's taking Petra outside. When she gets back in, we'll take a look at her find. She got a good one, huh? Here she comes. Did she run into the way? That's funny. Hey,
She ran into it again.
I saw that. We got it on camera too. Hey, what did you think about our thing today?
It was fun.
It was awesome,
Oh,
huh?
amazing. Absolutely. It's great to get these shoes off you.
The only time you will ever see this girl more excited than when she pulls a bag of dog food out of the dumpster is when she finds an arrowhead.
Pull the arrowhead out of the ground.
Our last night here, you guys. It's kind of sad, but also I'm ready to go home. Are you?
No.
No, Stacy's not. If y'all remember the beach trip, she was absolutely ready to go back. But now, not so much. We got a bit of a mess here. We've got to clean up. That's kind of what we're doing now.
I gotta go to the
Cleaning
truck.
up, packing up. Where are you going?
I gotta go to the truck to get my,
Grab the headlamp off the dash so we can do our thing.
Don't even.
Just do it, man. Alright, so I thought it would be interesting if we like checked behind and inside of the couches to see if there was anything cool, right, that somebody might have left under there. You know, maybe another guest kicked something under. That'll be fun. That's what we're gonna do.
What?
Alright, are you ready?
What?
Lift up the mattress can. Let's see if there's anything cool hiding under it.
Their bullets is on here.
Alright, see anything?
Hey, I see nothing.
Alright, let's okay, nothing under there. Let's check in this little crack over here.
Hey, there's a band.
That's not very impressive, is it?
Nope. What is it? Here. What is it?
Just a headband. Nothing.
Nothing. Oh.
Okay.
Really? Nothing.
We got nothing. Alright.
Alright. Smooth out.
Let's see.
Let's see. Ow. Just a tissue.
Gross. That's it, huh?
Wait a second.
What?
We've never opened the chest.
We didn't?
No.
How could we have not opened the chest?
The chest. There's a bunch of paper in the chest.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Well, that's a little weird, if I'm being honest. But alright.
All right.
Cool chest. Anything?
Nope. Wait.
What'd you see?
Pennies. I call dibs on pennies.
How many?
4.
Not bad, dude. Let's check the closet out.
Okay. We might teleport through our room.
Okay, this is not interesting.
No.
Let's keep going. Oh, camera down.
Camera time.
Okay, let's see. There's anything? No?
Wait, why don't you look through the camera?
I don't know.
Hey, you might fall out.
See anything? Nothing?
No.
Dang it.
How are we gonna check under the
Hey, there's something under there. What is that, a rock? What is that?
Paper.
Huh?
Paper.
Oh.
Well,
Ay, ay, ay. Nothing under there. This is the couch. Now, I don't think these cushions come off. Ew. They need to clean those, man. Okay. That's just part of it, though. What's up?
nothing. Look at my giant arrowhead I found.
That's cool. Oh, I got something.
Wait, what?
Crayon.
A crayon.
Let's see.
That's weird.
What else? What else? Okay, scoot over.
You never know.
Wait.
Wait, you feel something?
Wait a minute.
What does it feel like?
Cooing.
Yep, mine.
Here, if you're getting all the money, you hold the camera and record.
What? Okay.
Scoot over. Wait, let's look in the crack. Ew.
There's a little chicken sticker.
Gross, dude. I mean, they could vacuum, you know, and they make you pay so much extra for their deep cleaning.
Yeah.
You know, since COVID or whatever. No, nothing. No. All right, let's get in here. What is that? A fingernail? No, it's a pistachio.
Oh no, keep that away.
And they told us they don't allow dogs here, but there's a lot of fur in here. I'm feeling. What do we got here? Nothing. Okay. All right. Let me get over here on this side. See anything?
No.
Ow! Found an upholstery nail thing. Hey, pay attention to what you're recording. Honey, move! Okay. I'm gonna do this.
What?
Anything cool?
Odor eliminator.
Dude, put that down. Alright, cut. We're gonna go to the next couch. Oh, can't say I look like a miner. I'm a couch miner, dude. Here, you hold the camera.
Yay!
Alright, let's see. Anything? Oh, there's something. What is that?
That's a basket.
Oh, a little basket. That's cute. Here, you can have the basket.
Daddy, instead of dumpster diving, couch diving.
Cheerio? I'll give you $5 if you eat that.
No!
Alright, let's keep.
Literally like.
You thought about it there, didn't you?
Yeah?
Alright, nothing.
Nothing.
On first sight, but we'll get up in there. Okay. Check the. Ooh, a penny.
Ooh, that's mine.
Money. Okay.
Okay.
Let's dive down in the crack. We got
Pillow
a
diving.
coin.
Mine.
We've got another coin. That's not a coin. What is that? I don't know what that is. There's a coin.
Hey! Awesome.
Okay.
Nothing. And then we're gonna flip over the couch. Wait, there's another one. Oh yeah.
Okay, let's flip it.
Oh yeah.
Let's flip it. Go ahead and cut.
Flip time.
Cut, cut. Turn it to me. We're gonna flip this couch over now. For good stuff. I don't know. Let's see. Dang it. Nothing. Nothing.
At all.
Huh, I guess that's a piece of patch material for the couch in case it gets ripped. Maybe? I don't know. Dang it. Alright, what do you got before you get squished?
Okay. Cut.
Well, I guess fun part's over. Back to packing now.
Well, see you for now. Oh, my toe. I only kidding, remember? I get this.
I'm gonna combo him real quick.
Ow, my toe. Crayon.
One hand goes under, then you bring your other hand right here, and you do like that.
Okay. No. Ooh. I'm standing up for this. How did I?
There you go. Yep, just right there. Nice. Oh.
Hey, can I fight you now, Daddy?
Yep.
Okay, fight.
He's ferocious. Came back up. You don't want to be sitting there.
Oh, God.
Little boy's gonna get choked out.
No, I'm not.
and said, "Where'd you get that shirt from? The trash?"
From Walmart.
But she did, and it's really nice. You can't walk up to people and ask that, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, cool shirt. Did you get that out of the trash?
Dumpster to be exact.
But you did.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. It looks good on you, too.
Thanks.
Stand up and give us a twirl. Model it. Come on.
It's just a jacket thing.
I know, but it looks good on you. Look at this girl right here.
Dumpster diving jacket. Woo.
Okay, it is pretty nice, though.
I know, I like it.
Me too. It looks really comfy, too.
It is. The humidity is kind of high in it, but
Yeah, the humidity's high here,
It's humidity.
especially in this house.
Mommy,
it's actually cooler outside now.
Is it?
That's why I put it in.
Good deal.
how does it get humid in it?
Just kind of sitting here at the table hanging out, and it just occurred to me that we haven't really taken a look at your Arrowhead in the nice light since we've been home.
Yeah.
Want to show it?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I
Of
love
course, we're sitting here staring at it, right?
We haven't looked at mine at all.
Absolutely. It's amazing. It's probably about 3 inches long.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it's
it's
got
a
some
really
nice
big one. Can
ears
you pause that,
on
bud?
it.
Thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
Has nice ears on it down here.
Well worth it.
Nice point.
Well worth it. The cool thing about it,
Amazing.
like, that was really, really cool. Like, we all got so excited, like, we could have cried. It was the coolest thing ever. We got so excited. But a bonus to that right there is the fact that we made a new friend today.
Yeah.
And he said we are welcome back to his ranch whenever we want, which was pretty stinking cool. So, very, very exciting. He even said he had a bungalow, whatever a bungalow is, out there. It's really cool, though. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, so we'll be moving in.
Like, we should just, like, go there from here and just live there forever and dig
Just
every day.
stay.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody where we're at.
Man. What a beauty, huh?
Why are the kids not in school? They're learning about the primitive times.
I got I'm ready face on.
Okay, good. Go make sure that
I just dropped my camera on.
Go make sure that all your toys there's nothing left in there. Go check the drawers of that dresser. Make sure.
I never put any of my clothes in the dresser.
We have to make a mad dash home. Didn't realize that it was going to get down. Actually, currently right now, where we live, actually here outside, it's like 60 degrees. It feels pretty good, but apparently at home it's like 20. So right now it's 20 degrees there. So we have to hurry up and get home and make sure that our pipes don't freeze and all that good stuff. So instead of just leaving tomorrow, we're going to go ahead and take off tonight. So
How is it 20?
I don't know how it's 20 degrees, but
I
it
hope
is.
it snows and it rains.
I hope it doesn't, because we have a 5-hour journey ahead of us.
What? I hope it snows whenever we get home.
After we get home, sure, I'm fine with that.
No, like a couple minutes because come on, you can't just let something.
It was an absolute blast. We'll miss you. We'll miss you, Lake House. Lake House without the lake. This is theirs.